Guys and gals, Malkuths 1974 back at you with another episode of our Space Engineers Survivor series. Now in space. Yes, we are back. Hope you guys had a great weekend. But today, we got a lot of things to cover. If you got a little sneak peek behind me, you would notice that some changes have been made. I have added a bunch of the assemblers. I have decided to do what I said I would not do, and we're going to go into the Tim thing in a second and actually set these assemblers up to make our components that we actually need to make when we need them. We'll cover that a little bit in a little bit. But today I said the ship would be named. Now I don't have any mods that will add lettering to the ship. Not a big fan of it, but yeah, I'm not. So what I did for you guys, and in the beginning of the episode day, you should have saw everybody that put a suggestion in pop up on the screen. Hopefully I got everybody. But the winner is, and I literally had something. I should actually tell you guys a little bit of the runner-ups. I really liked Poseidon. That was awesome. And I really liked Phoenix because it made sense for the ship, because the ship has actually grown and become another ship, and it's bigger and better. But in the end, something else caught my eye. It was literally at last I just noticed it right before I made the video, and I was like, that's what I want. And yes, the Roshenko or whatever it is, the one from The Expanse, I do like that too, but I really didn't want to. I can't wait for The Expanse to start, by the way. I'm a big Expanse fan. I watched it last year. It was great. Another great sci-fi show. I love it. Can't wait to actually start watching it. But yeah, so I don't even know if I said that right. I forgot what it was actually called, but yeah, so yeah, but that still wasn't good enough for me. You guys had a lot of great suggestions, but what I actually ended up going with, and hopefully this will surprise the guy, because he kind of came out of the blue, was actually a sub answer to another question. He was like, well, why not just call it this? And I was like, yeah, let's do that. So there you guys go. The Tatara. I love it. I love it. Let me see if I can give you guys what this actually means. I actually looked it up. Now, the person that actually suggested this, and let me see if I can find it. Brian Riley. He actually suggested this, and he said it was the god of iron. Is that what he said? Let me see. How about Tatara, Japanese goddess of ironsmithing? Well, that's cool, but then I looked it up, and the Tatara is actually a furnace, so maybe it's interchangeable. But the Tatara is the traditional Japanese furnace used for smelting iron and steel. Now, come on. How does that not fit with what we want? So, this is what this ship is. It's a big, huge smelter. Iron ore and all that. So, there you go, guys. We finally have the ship named the Tatara. If you actually look a little ahead, we will be heading for Mars today. But first, and congratulations to the guy that named the ship. You have a ship named after you in a Let's Play series. Yay! So anyway, let's go into let me see here. Assemblers. So how many do I have? Assemblers. Now I can spell one. I think I have 11. It says 12, but I think I have 10 actually. But I kind of deleted 2 and put them back in, so that automatically makes it go up. So I have 10. So that means that we can choose out of all these things 10 of these items that we're going to do. So obviously we're going to... Oh, by the way, these are all new icons. I'm completely lost on how to actually use them or what they mean. I mean, like large steel tube and like that. But yeah, it's a little confusing. But you don't actually have to have the quota system for Tim to do all of them. I mean, we'll want to do like steel plate, small steel tube, not thrusters, motors, metal grids. We don't need metal. We don't need that. We need large steel tubes, interior plates, girders, Displays, bulletproof. I don't know. Computers, construction components. You know, we'll make it all work. But how this works, and dang it, I forgot to let me get this. Let me get Tim back on my phone so I can actually read the directions here. I'll be right back. And when I say Tim, I don't mean I'm like calling him on the phone. I mean the directions. You know, the how-to of how to control Tim. All right, so I got this. I got the directions here on my phone how to do this, and let's go back into here. So we'll go into. Maybe we need to go. I'm trying to think of how to do this the best way. Assembler. So here we go. They're all right here. So assembler number 1, we want to keep this like that. I believe 2 is set to cooperative mode. We gotta take cooperative mode on. So 4 should not be on cooperative mode. So there we go. And assembler, we'll start with 2. We're gonna call this Tim. Actually, we gotta do the quotation thing again. Tim, and we'll call it what is it? Steel plate? Steel. Will it finish it for us? Yep, steel plate. So that will automatically set this to steel plate. And do we actually need to... I'll change that later. So 3 will set to... let me see. Actually, you know what? I do want assembler in the... before we can do a search on it. Assembler. There we go. So steel plate. So Tim, this will be construction. That should finish that for us. It did not. It didn't finish it. Why didn't you finish it? I don't know. Oh, I do that all the time. Oh, I did that last episode too. I put time. I still haven't fixed that yet. Construction. Alright, so I guess I just have to wait a second for that to actually pop up. Remember, that's every 4 seconds that Tim operates. So we got that one. So this will be 4. I'm just going to go through all these guys and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So what I ended up doing is I ended up having Assembler 1 and Assembler 12 free. That way they can share off each other and build when I actually need stuff. I have the computer, the girder, the steel plate, construction, large tube, small tube, interior plates, and the motor that will be automatically constructed. But we actually still need to go into the assemblers and set these up. So the large tube we actually have to set up on enable, disable that mode. And I will go like that for the large tube. And that should... it should shut off eventually. So yeah, so what Tim does is once it reaches its quota, and we'll see where we can see the quotas in the next part. But do I have my helmet on? I do. Let me charge this up. Good enough for now. Yeah, so where is it? Assembler. I can't spell assembler. Actually, go into production. What was I on? I was in the large tube. So that's large tube. This is steel plate. So we gotta do the same thing. We gotta put in repeat mode, and we have to go like that. That should start building it, and it will stop when it's done with its quota. So construction will do the same thing. And which one's the construction? Here it is. So 100. And interior plate, etc., etc. So there we go. I have them all built the way I do. Some of them are still building, like the steel plate still building. I would have to see what the quota is. That has stopped. That has stopped. That has stopped. Girder has stopped. Have I actually ran out of iron ingots and stuff like that, or did they actually stop? Let me. Did I actually run out of stuff? That would be terrible. Let me go to my ores. Where are those? Where are my ores? Oh no, I got plenty of that stuff. No, so they're doing their job. They're starting. We look in here, we can see, yeah. So the next part, what we need to do is we actually need to set this up to see these. So I've already set up these LCD panels. I'm not 100% sure how to... Ah, there we go. Right clicking on it brings up the box. So let me look up how to do the LCD panel. Alright, so I apologize that I have to probably look down. You're not gonna... I'm reading how to do this. Again, this mod is new to me, so it's not like I'm kind of teaching me and you guys at the same time how to do this. So LCD panel. We'll call this... We'll do Tim, and it says ingot colon thing P1 close bracket. Now that should do something here. Ah, there it is. So those are the ingots. So that tells me how much cobalt I have, how much gold, iron, magnesium, nickel, platinum, silicone, silver, and that. So if I go to this one, I should be able to do the same thing. LCD panel. I'll go Tim, but I want component, but I'm not going to finish it. And this thing, P1. That should finish that. Oh, okay, so there it goes. And then it shows us bulletproof glass, computer, construction, detector, display, interior plate. Beautiful. And it's... Did I turn that green? Oh, I did, that's right. I did that before when I was actually editing the Tara into the game, into here. I accidentally edited this one. I think I like green, don't like white. Let's see if we can change this. You can change the colors by going to the font. They have pre-made colors. So I'm going to go to... What's screen caption? No idea. It didn't do anything. Dark blue. Ooh, I like that. Oh yeah, I like that. So there we go. We have a list of all of our stuff and our components that we have. I'm going to add a bunch of these screens later on in other places around the ship, like around in here, where I can just sort of see them, especially in the hangar bay here. So let's move on to our next spot. Now we're going to start working with the jump drive, and we're going to go and jump to I just closed myself in here. We're going to go and jump to Mars. So let's kind of head on over here. Did that finally stop? Let's look. Now we want to go to production. Assembler. That stopped. I just want to kind of check these. Wow, it's still making... How many steel plates does it want? Steel plates. 150. Is that like 150,000? I'm not even sure. I'm not 100% sure how this all works. You're supposed to be able to edit it. Oh, there you go. What does 100 mean? It doesn't mean 100. Does it mean... Is it 1,000? Or is that like 10? But it's not telling me what I have. Why is that? It just gives me the min... Okay, so I just noticed that. I'm going to have to play with this a little bit later. I'm not quite sure how this works. Why isn't it not giving me... This is giving me what the quotas are, but it's not giving me the numbers that I actually have. Okay. I'm going to have to mess with this later. I don't want to deal with it right now. I just want to kind of get going here. So let's get into the ship a little bit. And you can see I've taken the back off, and I've added weapons and all that wonderful stuff. So let's just kind of point at Mars here. Let's get a little bit away from that. Go like that. So if you look down in my hotbar there, I have a bunch of things set up. I have. Can I get? How do I? Eh, I don't know. I don't know. I can't point to it. But if you look at number 4, that's the jump drive. Number 5 is the jump drive. Number 6 the jump drive, and number 7 is the jump drive. Number 4 is the actual jump. Like you push 4, it will tell you ready to jump. Number 5 is how you increase your range to for your jump. Number 6 is how you decrease your range, and number 7 turns on or off the recharge of the actual ship. So I've already kind of tested this a little bit, but if we go like this, we point at Mars and I hit 5, it's going to give us an error message. Oh, I did 5. I said increase. Sorry. 4. Jump drives can... What does this say? No. Jump drives can be used to jump into So you see how it's giving me a warning about the gravity field? I believe that means that this jump will actually jump me into the planet atmosphere. So I think what we need to do is we need to go down a little bit. So what happens when we go, say... Let's say down to 50%. Will that still do that? Alright, so jump destination, blind jump. Distance to approximate coordinates. See how far it will jump me? This is one jump drive. It's literally bringing me 1,202 kilometers. So that's pretty good to know that I only really needed one. Achievable percentage of the jump, 100%. Weight of transported mass, that's 2,324 kilograms. Operational jump drives, 1-1. Seated crew on board. So let's just go. Before we do that, let's save. 14. Let's jump. If you guys wonder, I always increase my numbers, my saves. That way I can go back into previous saves. I can go all the way back to episode number 1 and play in episode 1 because that's how I do my saves. So yeah, so that's why I save like that way. It saves me from if something messes up or this game messes up or something bad happens. So here we go. Jump driving. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, we're much closer, but we're still not quite there. Where's the other planet? There it is. That's our old planet we left. And we are actually... And look, we're still going 12 ms. You notice that? I wanted to see if that would actually do anything. That's cool how you can keep going the same amount of things. So that's one way to jump. You can also jump to a... let's go in here. If you got a GPS coordinates, say we wanted to jump back to where we were. I was at, what was it called? The nice asteroid? No, I was a little bit away from that. But say we jumped to that, you can actually jump to that, as long as your jump drive can actually hit the range. And what are we at here for? So let's jump out of here for a second. If we go and look at the actual jump drive, we can see that it should be charging, and it's actually almost charged. We're at 3 bars. There's one more bar and it should be fully charged. I'm not 100% sure if there's other mods out there that it's like an LCD mod out there that you can use to tell you all this information, but I'm trying to stay away from a lot of mods. But you know, if I have to install it, and if you guys suggest some good ones, I could install them. This right here is all part of Tim. That's all the same mod, so this is not like the LCD mod that they have out there that I'm talking about. I forgot the name of it. I don't know. Let's get back in here. So yeah, we're going slow. So I'm gonna wait until the jump drive is recharged, or can we go now? Let's try it. Oh, so it's giving me We got some charging to do, so I'll be right back when it's all charged up. Alright guys, we are all charged up. I'm getting the error again, so not the error but the warning. So let's go to 5. No, I'm going up. Let's go to 55. Let's see if that will work. I want to try to jump close to the ice, the poles there, for we can cannot jump. Okay, so what about now? Am I that close? Alright, here we go. So, let's see how close I can actually get. So, 5. No. No. There we go. Here we go. Our last jump. We should come right, like right there. And there we go. We are close to Mars. And I will attempt to land near those icebergs there. Or not the icebergs, but the poles there. That way we can always refuel if we have to. So we're going to be going planet side next episode. This is something we'll have to wait for, obviously. For we don't waste. I've already got like 20 minutes into this episode already, so we don't want to spend too much time there. There's my guy there. So I'm going to go figure out how to use Tim there, how to fix that, how to make it show what I want to show. I'm sure there's more to it that I'm just not reading here. And next episode, we will check this out. By the way, they all do work. I did check them out. We're going to be using these bottom landing thrusters to slow us down, and these large thrusters should actually help us. There's not too many thrusters heading forward. I think I only got 4, and you know, with everything we got on this ship, we should be a-okay, I would say. And there is a moon. Now that moon is completely made out of ice. It might be a good place to actually have a mining operation. But I said we're going to go to Mars first. Maybe I should go to the moon first. What do you guys think? The moon would be a safer bet because it doesn't have the same gravitational pull that the planet has. I don't know. I think I'd rather land on Mars first, just for our first real landing and real test. I have no issues thinking that this vessel can get off the ground because we have way more thrusters than we did on the original version of this vessel, and we have the large thrusters on the bottom. These large thrusters, these things are beasts when it comes to thrust. So taking off, I have no issues. We just got to make sure we land on the poles there, for we have a supply of ice. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. This is Malkuth 1974. Guys, have a great day. Malkuth, out of here.